Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Lifestyle Sports. It's AI from the 210. We have a lot to discuss. There's been a lot that took place yesterday in the NBA world. Shout out to the NBA playoffs. They've been really exciting. I have to give credit to the Dallas Mavericks starting off. I want to show them their respect for taking down the Clippers 2-0 so far. They're up 2-0 on the Clips. That's an interesting series. Can't wait to see what happens with that. I love underdog stories. The first topic we're going to go ahead and get into is, out of the finalists for MVP this season, who wins the award? The three finalists, we have Joel Embiid, Steph Curry, and Nikola Jokic. There could be a case made for either one of those players. They all had a fantastic season. To me, I feel like the award is going to go to Nikola Jokic. Out of those three, that's who I would give it to. The reasoning for that is Jokic played all the games this season, all 72. We don't see that too often. Sometimes it's due to injury. Like, shout out Embiid. I know he was hurt. Steph, he was hurt as well. They get to just play all the games like that. But we also see that there has been this load management that's been going on. And I understand, though, the players need rest. It's like, I could see both sides of it, but the players got to consider that there are a lot of people who want to see them play. And there's certain matchups that people like to see. They may be living in a city now, would be from another city, and might want to see that matchup against their hometown or something. Like, you just never know. And I just wish the players would think more about the load management, or find another way to finesse it and fit it in there. But anyway, Jokic played the most games, so that's something to be said. We don't see that too often nowadays, especially from a star player. So I give him his respect for that. The next thing I would give him the nod on is, out of the three, he shot the highest from the field. I know he's a center, but still, Embiid is a center as well. He shot better from the field than Embiid. And Steph is a guard, so I have to give him leniency on that one. His shot selection, it's harder for him to pick those inside shots. But when it comes down to it, he shot higher from the field. You have to give him credit for taking smart shots. Great shot selection from Jokic. The next nod I'm going to give him on is he averages more rebounds and more assists than the two. Joel Embiid is his biggest competition in rebounds out of the three, but he got more boards this season, more per game. And assists, I love the way Jokic sees the court. That's for a big man to have that passing ability, to have that basketball IQ. That's amazing. I love seeing him play, love seeing him orchestrate on the court. Curry is a guard, but I know he has a lot of the scoring load. He's also the best offensive player on his team, especially with Klay being out. So I can understand the different dynamics, but I have to give it to Jokic for that. More assists per game. That's crazy. And the next thing we have to show love to Jokic on, if this stat matters to you, which it should, the player efficiency rating stat, the PER, factors in all those offensive stats into one, gives you a rating. He has the highest PER this season. It's a good little stat to look at. You can measure up the PER to see how efficient they are based off the offensive numbers. Jokic, he got the nod in that one as well. And I have to show love to Jokic. He lost his star player this year, Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is a great player. I like the way Jamal Murray plays. He doesn't back down. He always gives it his all. I feel like that was a big blow. And for them to still finish top 3 in the West, that's something to be said. I do shout out to Steph for winning the scoring champion, being the scoring champ though. That was a great accolade to accomplish this year. And Joel Embiid got the Sixers to the top spot in the Eastern Conference. That's also something to be said. But when we look at the columns for what I feel like they'll judge the MVP off of, I feel like Jokic gets the nod in this. He will be the MVP this season. If we going away from the finalists though, I would love to have seen Chris Paul get this MVP award. I feel like he deserves at least one. And this would be the season with a lot of the star players hurt. The way the season went, Chris Paul could have got this one. Everywhere he goes, he makes the teams better. It was no different with the Phoenix Suns this year. This season he got there, they instantly improved. Got to one of the best spots in the West, one of the best teams in the West. I love what Chris Paul's doing. I know he's a bit older, but he could easily get that Steve Nash MVP award. Steve Nash got two. Now, I feel like Chris Paul, why not give it to him this year? Why not? But it's going to be Jokic. He'll end up getting that award. Last night, the Nets versus the Celtics faced off in Game 2. The Nets win big, 130-108. We saw a great game from Kevin Durant, 26 points off 8 for 12 from the field. That's amazingly efficient. I love the way KD, the way he's unselfish and he picks his shots very well. KD is a great offensive player, one of the greatest offensive players ever in the NBA. Joe Harris, 25 points, 7 threes. I love the way Joe Harris came out there and played. That's the Joe Harris I know they're happy to have. That's the Joe Harris they need. Just spot up and hit when the shot is given to you, when it's open. He gonna get them open shots with the big three. He played his role exceptional. James Harden, 20 points, 7 assists, 50% from the field. That was a smooth game from James Harden. Didn't need to do too much. They were already winning big. Nets just came out there and destroyed. Kyrie put up 16 points, 6 assists. Like I said, it wasn't that type of game where he just needed to explode. Everybody just played in their role. The Nets played real well together. Great offensive chemistry. I see they're building it up. They haven't played too many games together as a whole team, but against the Celtics, they're showing how they could put it together real quick. Just moving well. I like the way they play. When it comes to the Celtics, Tatum, he left the game in the second quarter due to injury. 9 points, 3 for 12 from the field. No, I understand he's going to get some monster here. Hopefully he can return and put up some bigger numbers and try to avoid a sweep. It was a balanced game. It was a balanced game by Boston, though. As a team, I would say there was a balanced scoring. Marcus Smart, 19 points. He usually plays pretty well. Kemba Walker, 17 points, 7 assists. That's nice to see from Kemba, but it was no match against the Nets. It just looked like a better team out there. They shot better from the field, better from three, and more assists as a team. We'll see if the Celtics have any adjustments that they can make. To be honest, it's looking like this could be a sweep. I did predict the gentleman's sweep, 5 games, but honestly, at this point, we got to see if they can adjust. The Nets, they're well on their way. If they keep playing the way they play, I don't see them being stopped in this series. Last night, as well, we saw the Lakers and the Suns kick off Game 2. That was a close game. That was a real good game. The Lakers pulled out the win, 109-102. Dominant performance from Anthony Davis. 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's the Anthony Davis that we love to see. The dominant Anthony Davis came out there, no games played. So he's like that. LeBron James, 23 points and 9 assists. A very great game by LeBron James. Didn't do too much. He played in the flow of the game. Got the people going he needed to. Very clutch play. Hit the shots when needed. A great game by LeBron James. Couldn't have asked more from him. That was a very poised game. Knew it needed to be done. Great leadership. We have Schroeder, who chipped in 24 points. Love that from Schroeder. Showed his impact this year. Now you can't never go wrong with a point guard who could get buckets in this nowadays in this NBA, in the new NBA. So Schroeder did his part. Nice game from Schroeder. On the Suns side, Devin Booker, 31 points. This is his first playoffs. He's been doing good. I like the way he's playing. This is his first playoff series. He's showing he belongs. He's among the stars. He hasn't played scared to me. He played well, 31. I like that from Booker. Didn't shoot bad. Great game. DeAndre Ayton, another one who's impressed me. Nice young player, 22 points, 10 rebounds. I love the way he plays inside. He didn't miss. He had great field goal percentage. I love the way DeAndre Ayton is playing. Chris Paul looked a bit hurt, but you know his impact is felt. But y'all know it's not looking like he's not playing a dominant fashion. But he has younger players who can, you know, that's not his role at this moment. I know he just has to orchestrate and get the team right. But the Lakers just look better. I don't know, they may smell blood. We gotta see. I predict the Lakers in 5. It may go 6. The Suns are playing them tough. But LeBron James has been here before, never lost in the first round. I'm sure he wants to keep that streak going. The Lakers, they had more rebounds. They beat the Suns on the rebounds, had more assists as a team, and less turnovers than the Suns. That's the recipe for success. LeBron and Anthony Davis, clutch play, made big buckets when needed. I don't know, this one could go 5 or 6. I'm gonna say 6 because the Suns play hard. I'm gonna say 6, but the Lakers may smell blood. Like I said, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, if they continue to play like that, it'll just be 5 games. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, follow on IG at The Lifestyle Sports at Allen Iverson. Thank you for tuning in again. Till next time.